We have finally reached the end of the summer struggle as we are within 24 hours from the epic climax and finale of this tour in Jingu Stadium. Hello, everybody. I'm just a simple man. My name's Noah Foster. Welcome once again to another NJPW Simple Take. I'm just going to let you enjoy and hear my brief thoughts as I disclose my brief takeaways from the last show of the tour, as well as preview and predict the upcoming show in Jingu Stadium that is literally less than 24 hours away as I record this 5:06 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Friday evening, August 28th. Let's go ahead and briefly talk about what we saw. It was nice to see some young Lions one-on-one action as we really see who could break out with Yoshinobu and Uyemura. Both the young Lions, they really brought the fight to each other. Impressive giant swing spot by Yoshinobu into the full crab. Uyemura showed great heart and tenacity, and it looked like he was so close to the ropes, but he just couldn't take it anymore, and he taps out, and Yoshinobu gets the better of him. As Chris Charlton pointed out, I believe this is like his third straight victory now over him. If I think about who could really move on beyond these two, I think it's Yoshinobu at this point. But then again, both men, they know what they want to do. Yoshinobu wants to face Hiromu Takahashi just because he seems like an incredible wrestler. Uyemura wants to take on the King, but if he truly wants to take on the King, you gotta show stronger heart and tenacity than that, my friend. A very fun opening bout. Moving on from there, six-man tag team action as Yuji Nagata, Blue Justice, Tamaki Homa, and Satoshi Kojima. They took on the new six-man never openweight tag team champions in Chaos's Headhunter Yoshihashi, Tomohiro Ishii, and Hiroki Goto. A wild back and forth bout, but pretty much it went as I expected. As right now, Yoshihashi he is on cloud 9. I mean, again, 12 years with the gold. He seems to be stronger than ever. And honestly, in this match, all I could figure was one thing. How many chops everybody going to get from Toshi Kojima? And how many lariatos was Toshi going to pull out too? Because I'm sure he still holds a bit of anger towards what happened to him in his KLPW match with El Desperado. Either way, it was a good, fun, competitive bout. But in the end, Tamaki Homa, after going for Kakeshi multiple times and missing, but finally pulls off at one point. It might have made him happy, but the result probably didn't. As in the end, Butterfly Lock by Yoshihashi causes Tamaki Homa to tap out. Couldn't escape. But it seems that Satoshi Kojima and Nagata are kind of getting tired of losing. So it makes me wonder what these two might do to change their fortunes, it seems. And I'm sure Homa, he wants championship gold too. We gotta figure out worthy challengers to these six-man titles. These legends need to keep trying. But good match. Moving on from there, we try and see if Bullet Club can get some redemption from their 3-on-1 handicap loss to Kazuchika Okada in the name of Tokyo Pimp, Yojiro Takahashi, and partners Gedo and Jado. They took on the Chaos Trio of Red Mega, Kazuchika Okada, Toa Yano, and of course, Sho, who, might I add, is the only one on that Chaos team out of the KLPW 2020 after falling short to Sonata. Simply says, Sonata was the strongest man, he's got to get stronger. Anyway, this match was basically everything you would expect. Bullet Club shenanigans aside, a yellow leather strap was used, but it wasn't enough. At one point, my stream went out. Toriano, I guess, did something to Jalo, make him hold his, But in the end, Kazuchika Okada, he prevails along with his partners, and once again, Sho looking very strong here as he picks up the win for his team via submission, causing Gedo to tap out. So while I'm sure there's a little bit of disappointment he's not in KPW 2020, he only constantly wants to try and get better, and honestly, he's looking very strong as a singles competitor. As it was disclosed earlier today, Sho has officially dropped the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team title belt that he possesses, which means Roppongi 3K are no longer champions. We have to find new champions now to lead that division. So it's definitely a new beginning and a new way going forward for our Sho. All the best to him. And again, good win for Chaos. Bullet Club, yeah, need to do something. Backbreaker armbar combination, and Gedo taps out immediately the Sho, even though he claimed at the very beginning, I still breathe with the Switchblade. Yeah, you better keep breathing with him because he's definitely doing better than you are. Anyway, someone can tell me having a job. I greatly appreciate it. From there, we go into a clean, disinfectant break, of course. I just, brush my teeth, drink a Mountain Dew, as I usually do, because I do the do. So does that. Maybe one day I can get, sponsored by these guys. Not that I'm trying to be monetized. Not right now, anyway. As we come back from break, we then get a preview of my favorite match I can't wait to see at Jingu Stadium as Suzuki-gun Hasaninare led by the King, Minoru Suzuki, with tag partners El Desperado and Bukai. They took on the LIJ trio of current never overweight champion Rampage Dragon Shingo Takagi, Bushi, poor Bushi guy, and Sonata. Honestly, this is also kind of a mixed preview of KLPW with Sonata and Desperado in this too. Wild back and forth six-man action. Suzuki-gun standards, of course, right before the bell with the all-out attack. My favorite part about this match, though, is just the all-out slugfest and test of wills between Minoru Suzuki and Shingo Takagi. It just left me wanting more. I cannot wait for this match tomorrow. Dukai looked very strong here with Gory Palm type special, and literally there was one point I thought he was actually going to win this. There was a very close near fall. But with Bushi's recent misfortunes, clearly to me, he had to pick up a victory, even if he wasn't the one to pick up the win. And basically, with that being said, it was, of course, Sonata who got the win for his team via the Skull End. After already being KO'd by El Desperado and things seem to be going in Suzuki-gun's ways, Sonata, he, again, like shows no emotion but fights off emotion. LIJ, they found a way to win. As Sonata uses Skull End and causes Dukai to lose for the Suzuki-gun team, damn it, via submission. But again, the only thing I had to figure about is, one, Sonata's looking very strong heading to KLPW 2020. He is personally my pick to win. There, I said it. And two, as we saw post-match interactions with Shingo Takagi and Minoru Suzuki, again, I will say it, I cannot wait for this freaking match. This is awesome. The Neverweight title is one of my favorite reasons to be a pro wrestling fan. If you all never seen it or heard of it, please, you owe yourself to go look at a Never Overweight Championship match. Or Kenny Omega vs. Tomohiro Ishii for the IWGP Heavyweight Championship, whatever you prefer. Moving on from there, we get a preview now of the tag title picture, the heavyweight tag title picture, as we had another six-man action match with Suzuki-gun, this time led by the Holy Emperor Taiji. Without an entrance, as literally Master Watts was the first to come out for the opposing team and gets attacked immediately. Go figure. By Kamaru. Again, previewing Kamaru, Yoshinobu Kamaru, as well as Golden Ace versus Dangerous Techers, who were basically all the participants in this six-man tag. I mean, before the bell even began and before other entrances could happen, it was just an all-out brawl and fest, as it seemed that Taiji and Zack Sabre Jr. were going to do anything they could to prevent the Golden Ace from trying to challenge them again for these tag team titles. Well, I mean, it's the first time challenging for these titles, but it's also the second time we would see this tag match, just opposite sides. And of course, we're waiting forward to Grandmaster versus Heel Master, and Suzuki-gun will do anything they can to garner an advantage. That's the way they roll. Chaos aside, no pun intended, I really enjoyed this match, and really it showed a lot when the ace of New Japan, Hiroshi Tanahashi, he brought himself in there, and literally he didn't want to attack, he wanted to prove a point to Kota Ibushi. By the way, Kota and Ace, they are looking extremely in great shape, mentally and physically. Basically, this match, it was all over the place. Nice subtle preview for Heel Master versus Grandmaster after Master Wado took Yoshinobu Kamaru's head off. They're all brawling on the outside. It comes down towards the Ace in the end, and he pulls off. Took a while, though. Almost didn't happen, but he did pull off the high five flow and literally gets the win for his team, hitting Kanemaru. Of course, afterwards, we have subtle exchanges once again with Dangerous Techers and the Golden Ace, as literally Dangerous Techers are like, oh, here's the belts, give them to us. Go ahead, beg us for this match. They really wanted the belt for this match, but again, it's official. And literally, it just ends with this. Few days, 3 days, a few days. You have these belts. Enjoy them. We are coming for them. And of course, they're saying, no, you're not. You're not getting this. You're not getting this. But again, we will have to wait and see. Is Dangerous Techers literally just transitional champions? Or is there a new path waiting for Kota Ibushi, especially, who, again, the Ace says, you must now ascend past me. From at one point, you idolized me. I now look towards you to help me. I'm not the former Ace I used to be. You must surpass me. Where's this going to go? How's this all going to play out? We'll have to wait and see. Which leads us into the main event of the evening, as LIJ and Bullet Club fought with Kicking Dang Bum Hiromu Takahashi, and Tetsuya Naito took on Evil with Dick Togo in his corner, and of course Bone Soldier Taiji Ishimori. And this match, pretty good match, chaotic, but again I worry about Hiromu's health because it looked like Hiromu was really worked over here, especially with his shoulder. Shenanigans aside, behind the rest back, go figure. Everything is evil, and Hiromu gets pinned in the end by evil. As Bullet Club now heads into Saturday in the top 2 title matches to be looked forward to for the top tier belts of each division. Well, 2 belts if you figure about he's double champion. And again, is the era of darkness just a fleeting memory about to dissipate, or is it here to stay? We'll have to wait and see, especially afterwards where Naito, he gets choked out by Dick Togo, the spoiler, and literally it's Bullet Club standing tall over both their opposition. So will it be an all-out J night? Will it be a Bullet Club night? Is Jay White just trolling us as he tweeted 829? Will Jay White show up? And will he once again take control of Bullet Club in Japan? We'll have to wait and see. Again, it seems like Gedo holds all the cards here. And as far as Gedo's revenge, I don't know what he needs to do to fix that. But maybe he'll somehow cost Okada and KOPW. I don't know. Speaking of which, let's go ahead and talk about that. As again, fireworks galore, no landmines, no barbed wire, no C4 explosion countdowns. Thank God. Good Lord, they were crazy back then. Or electricity will be involved here in this night of all-out action. Literally, as this night in Jingu Stadium is just 5 title matches and the specials in KOPW. It's a very unique card here with not a undercard type of tag team match, which kind of surprises me. With that being said, let's go ahead and briefly talk about it and predict it. So the first match I see here is Master Wado versus Yoshinobu Kawamaro, the Grand Master versus the Heel Master. Now, we've been looking forward to this, or at least I have, ever since he first took on Suzuki and beat Dukai, and Yoshinobu Kawamaro says, I'm going to teach this kid a lesson. They once teased that was going to have a Dominion, and it didn't. We got solo tag action, where in the end, Suzuki-gun, they got the better of the I guess you could call him NJPW made Unix. Master Wado's not part of a faction, but he does have the constant support of Hiroshi Tenzin. Makes me wonder if Tenzin will be in his corner. And then, of course, we have one of the grandest junior heavyweights ever in New Japan Pro Wrestling with over 20 years of experience, taking on this young boy that's barely 5 years in his career. So with that being said, are we on the verge of a unique upset, or will the heel master, who, you know, in the end, he just wants to get a drink, and would not surprise me if Satori Special gets involved here, can Master Wado overcome Yoshinobu Kawamaro? Well, honestly, according to, I'm looking at the preview here, Jingu Stadium, coming back to Jingu Stadium after 21 years, at Yoshinobu Kawamaro's 334th career match in Kyoto for All Japan Pro Wrestling. This could be a very interesting match, and then I think about what could be next for the winner. But right now, Master Wado, biggest singles win was just against Dukai. Are they literally going to have him run through all of Suzuki-gun? Like, if he gets through Yoshinobu Kawamaro, will he then face El Desperado? Is the King waiting for him eventually? Is Taiji next on his radar, depending on what might happen in the tag team picture? Could he find a tag partner potentially challenge the tag team champions? But thinking about right now, everything points towards Master Wado. And by the way, this is one fall with a 60-minute time, but all these matches are getting all the time they need, folks, to go the distance. But thinking about this is Suzuki-gun. Thinking about this is the heel master. Thinking about this night could be really a Suzuki-gun night, more so than an LIJ night, honestly. I am going to say that, yeah, he beat Dukai, but honestly, is anyone surprised by that? And I don't know if Dukai will be in Yoshinobu Kawamaro's corner and Hiroshi Tenzin will be in Master Wato's corner. I like Master Wado, but I mean, again, it's a teaching lesson and experience, it seems. I don't know. I'm just going to say that right now, I want to learn more about the way of the Grandmaster, because I feel like there's more that he's going to bring right now with him being the fresher face, and I can see this not being a one-off. I see this being a very competitive match. I'm sure he's going to try and hit Deep Impact, as Yoshinobu Kawamaro tried to do in that tag match, but was denied. But I think Master Wado is going to somehow pull the upset in the end, a very strong opening wrestling bout. So Master Wado is my pick for this. Which leads us into, literally, folks, the second match of the night is for the, what's the word I'm looking for? Preliminary KOPW 2020 champion. As again, they're not KOPW champion unless they are fully KOPW 2020 by the end of 2020. But who will be the first one to hold that trophy and that reign? As we have this fatal four-way match, one fall, no time limit. Heel Master, oh, excuse me, botch. What is Toriano? I don't know. Just Toriano. Okay, Toriano's in this thing. and Katsuchika Okada, who might I add, this was his idea, bias maybe, El Desperado, and Sonata. Now, I don't know about you all, but El Desperado has been incredibly impressive ever since his opening bout loss to Tomohiro Ishii. And then he took on the Neverweight champion in a losing effort as well. But he's already proven he can get in the head of a veteran. How can he handle three other individuals, though? Right now, the odds are in favor of Chaos. We've seen how unpredictable Toru Yano can be, but we also seen how unstoppable Okada can be. And right now, he's trying to show us a new Okada where he's only been winning literally by submission. He has yet to win with a Rainmaker. Then you have Sonata, a guy that was on his highest in 2019, but hit the harshest of losses, losing at KLPW, King of Pro Wrestling, 2019 on the IWGP Heavyweight Championship. That was match of the year, by the way, voted by Tokyo Sports. And then losing out to Zack Sabre Jr. at Wrestle Kingdom this year for the British Heavyweight Championship. And then losing out to Jay White during the New Beginning Tour. But now he has a brief shining moment after falling short in the New Japan Cup as well. But he did beat Sho. Not once, but now twice. What an incredible submission match, by the way. That was the best match of KLPW, in my opinion. I love what KLPW brings, but thinking about the unpredictability in this fatal four-way match. One fall must have a winner. Will Gail's revenge come in play here? Will Gato or Yujiro cost Okada? Will Bushi finally try and get the best of Toru Yano? Maybe missed him. And then you have El Desperado, who I'm sure will come in with a plan. But right now, something about what this stands for, and thinking about what this could mean for this competitor, I am just going to say that my pick to be the preliminary KLPW 2020 champion, crown at Jingu Stadium, is Cold Skull Sonata. And I think he's going to apply Skull N on El Desperado, because I just don't see him taking out the Rainmaker. I feel like the Rainmaker is going to be protected. I don't think he's going to fall here. While Okada and Sonata respect each other and Okada respects him as his rival, I just don't see it coming down to the two of them, and I just think there's too many outside factors to think about. So I'm actually going with Sonata becomes your KLPW 2020 preliminary crown champion. And we'll see where we go from here. Heck, it might literally be what I said. El Desperado and Sonata will first face off in a one-on-one as voted by us based on their stipulations. Because again, this is a failed four-way. No other stipulation will be added. But good luck to all four men in crowning the first KLPW 2020 champion. Moving on from there, we go into my match I'm looking forward to the most. What I believe is going to be match of the night. And the reason I love New Japan Pro Wrestling so much. I see pleasure in pain. You can't talk about pain without talking about this man. As the King, Minoru Suzuki, takes on Rampage Dragon, Shingo Takagi. Oh, freaking jeez. Shingo Takagi has been an incredible champion ever since winning this title off Hiroki Goto, defending it against the likes of El Desperado, Tomohiro Ishii, which I'm pretty sure nearly killed the guy. And there was one other defense, but I can't think of it. I said that was Ferraro, right? Well, anyway, you get the idea. He's been one of the longer running, keyword running, single running, IWGP Never Overweight Champions. Because this championship, it is literally a test of physical well-being and human will. There are many men's careers that have been shortened by this, including but not limited to, it makes me wonder, Kenta, Goto, Shibata, who might I add is training to come back to wrestling, but will he ever come back? Only time will tell. And then you have the King, Minoru Suzuki, coming off a loss to Yuji Nagata, but then getting a win against him, following that in an all-out match during this tour. He said he has a plan, and literally, this was the plan. He set his target, and he is a former Never Overweight champion, losing out to, I might add, Hiroki Goto at one point. But Takagi promised that Suzuki is in for the fight of his life, and he looks forward to make his mark on this title and continue showing the spirit of Never at the King's expense. So, with that being said, will Minoru Suzuki once again become the Never Overweight champion? Or will Shingo Takagi, incredible run, and the year of the Rampage Dragon, the Shingo Takagi Revolution, will it continue to fall through in 2020? Well, I'll tell you. I personally want to see these two face each other not just this once. I want to see it again. I figure about what's next for the King. I figure about what can make the King happy besides causing pain. I figure about what can be next for Shingo Takagi. And honestly, right now, he's been through, I think, 4 successful title defenses. So with that being said, oh, good lord. I am going to say that the king will reign again. I am going with Minoru Suzuki becomes your new never openweight champion. And Shigeru Takagi will then move on to challenge for the double gold. Now, who will be against? Well, he knows both these men very well. We'll talk more about that in a little bit. And there might be a third one involved, honestly. So we'll have to wait and see. But the bottom line is this: can the dragon topple the king? I can't wait to find out. But my personal opinion, I am not going against the king of pro wrestling, and that is truly Minoru Suzuki. All right, moving on from there, let's see who will be king of the junior heavyweights as the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship is now on the line. As Bone Soldier Taiji Mori takes on Hiromu Takahashi, and these two are no strangers to each other. What seemed like that was going to take out Hiromu altogether once again with a shoulder injury, he has returned, and once again this match was made official. But again, right now, Bullet Club has all the momentum following that last show. So Hiromu bringing his fun back, being a great champion. We all know that he wants to face Naito for all the gold, probably including this, ascending that ranking of IWGP Junior Heavyweights and showing that they can be the main event. A similar dream of another junior heavyweight that apparently will be returning for the G1, Will Ospreay. Sorry for those that might be a little indifferent. It is what it is. Follow up with New Japan Pro Wrestling. Now, we know these two are no strangers to each other, okay? There's no doubt Hiromu Takahashi is not going in this 100%. But following Hiromu's Best Super Juniors final against Ishimori, can we literally get a new champion? And we know how far both these men will go when it comes to speed, agility, ferocity, and velocity. I've already picked one title to change hands, the Never Openweight. And that's one title lost for LIJ. The faction that holds the gold holds control, holds the power. That's how New Japan Pro Wrestling works. So, looking at the state of Bullet Club, is Taiji Ishimori once again going to be the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion? I don't think so. Honestly, I feel like right now 2020 is the year for one of these few wrestlers, and one of the names I'm going to say is the ticking time bomb, Hiromu Takahashi. I believe Hiromu is going to retain and do some damage of his own to Taiji Ishimori. It's going to be a wild bout. Now, will it surpass Wrestle Kingdom? I don't know about that. These two men got a high mountain to climb. But again, that's what freaking Hiromu wants to do with this title, with his way and fun in professional wrestling. I believe he's going to bring it here, and it's going to lead him to victory to hold on to this title. Hiromu Takahashi is my pick. Which then leads into the IWGP Tag Team Championships as the Golden Ace, Kota Ibushi, and Hiroshi Tanahashi. They take on Dangerous Takas in Zack Sabre Jr. and Taiji. After multiple attempts of mind games, collusion, and possible betrayal and recruitment by Dangerous Takas to bring Kota Ibushi not only away from the Ace, but into Suzuki-gun, and really change his mindset and who he believes he should support and ways of wrestling he should believe in. It was all for naught as he believes in the Ace. Kota believes in the Ace, but the Ace now believes in Kota and is going more so that Kota needs to surpass him. It is the IWGP Heavyweight Tag Team Champions Dangerous Taker's first title defense since winning the titles back at Dominion after destroying the Ace's legs. Will they fall similar to the same tactics? Will Kota Ibushi go from Golden Star to Dark Star based on what might happen here? Or will Dangerous Tekker simply lose these titles and Golden Ace will once again reign? I don't know about you all, but thinking about how much these titles actually do mean, especially Zack Sabre Jr. and Taiji in their own way, and thinking about what they can do with these titles, I actually believe, and also think about G1 and what the outlook could be of both men going into it. Heck, all four of these men might be in it. I believe that this is a hard one to call. But I'm going to go once again with my faction, New Japan Pro Wrestling. I'm going with Suzuki-gun, and I believe that Zack Sabre Jr. and Taiji will retain the IWGP Heavyweight Tag Team Championships. And as far as where Golden Ace goes from here, hey, the Ace, he's been down, but he's gotten back up. We'll see how much Kota can do the same thing. It's been a rough year for Kota Ibushi if you consider he was at the highest point at Wrestle Kingdom, and then it all just went down from there with his first loss there, too. 2 straight losses, by the way, and the first ever 2-night Wrestle Kingdom. But yeah, I'm actually going with Zack Sabre Jr. and Taiji. We retain these titles. And as far as who might challenge them, we'll have to wait and see. Who knows? Maybe Master Wado and Kota Ibushi can come out of this based on what I'm thinking. And also, I would not think that Suzuki-gun will be out there by themselves. And don't forget Taiji's bag of tricks, including but not limited to a mic stand and that iron glove, finger, whatever you want to call it, of Iska. I feel like one of those two items will come into play here. And the pants will come off. So, good luck to Golden Ace. But I don't think right now you guys need to hold these titles. I am going with Dangerous Tekkas for the win. Dickhead. Which leads us into the main event. Base is loaded. Crowd is full. Score is 1-1. Who will get the home run? As Tetsuya Naito challenges Evil for the IWGP Heavyweight and Intercontinental Championship. So once again, thinking about what happened with Evil winning the New Japan Cup out of nowhere, shocking everybody, joining Bullet Club, and then defeating a distraught, emotionally destroyed Naito with the destruction also of a supportive friend in Milano, and also successfully defending these titles against a very game Hiromu Takahashi that was basically falling apart at the seams. Naito seems to have gotten his head straight and truly just wants revenge and truly just wants to beat him and regain his gold, but also send a statement. If you think about a way that Naito, he once had this gold and he took on Okada, it was a very short-lived time reign too when Okada won the titles back at Dominion. It was literally, I believe, Naito even saying, is Evil just me from 2016? Well, I don't know if that's necessarily true, but then again, I can't just keep forgetting about Dick Togo's there, the spoiler. But I think about how he came in, and honestly, I feel like this might be the shining moment for Bushi to help his friend. And thinking about those circumstances, and thinking about what this match outlook's going to be, and thinking about this is going to be your closer. You're going to end on a high note, but you're going to leave us with some sort of surprise, I'm sure. I actually believe that the Bullet Club's era of darkness dies. I believe that Tetsuya Naito will regain the IWGP Heavyweight Intercontinental Championships, heading in the New Japan Road, heading in and setting up G1 Climax, blocks yet to be known and determined, as we try and see finally if we get at Wrestle Kingdom next year a match everybody's been waiting for, and that is Ticking Time Bomb Hiromu Takahashi versus Tetsuya Naito for all the gold, which I feel like is the year-long, basically, running storyline. I feel like this was just a moment in time, and honestly, Evil, okay, he's held the gold, but honestly, he can't seem to win it without, help from Bullet Club. It's like OG, true-type Bullet Club tactics, but how much longer can those suffice? I mean, Judgment Alliance already had enough of it. Again, this is New Japan Pro Wrestling, all right? This isn't a joke, and seriously, it's not. But with that being said, thinking about all the fireworks galore and the celebration, I'm sure, afterwards, with more than just confetti, I believe Tetsuya Naito will regain his redemption. Milano will jump out of his seat in pure excitement. And Evil, your short double reign will come to an end because Dick Togo will be taken out by Bushi, and that's all I have to say about that. And those are my thoughts thinking about what I think is going to happen at the Summer Struggle in Jingu. It's going to be a hell of a night. We have a hell of a card. And we're literally just, again, less than a day away from it. And also, this will set up the New Japan Road, which of course sets up the G1 Climax, as we now look at the fall in New Japan Pro Wrestling. Also, if you want to watch this show, it is on tomorrow morning, 1 a.m. Pacific Time, 4 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 9 a.m. British Standard Time, with, I might add, the return of live English commentary, which means we should finally get Kevin Kelly, Rocky Romero, and even Gino Gambino. And also, you gotta think about one other thing. Will the Switchblade have a plan? Will we see it at the end? Only time will tell. But that's all I have to say for now. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope you all do enjoy New Japan Pro Wrestling and check out this show. I certainly will, and I will be back with a simple take following the end of this event as well. And of course, I'm going to tune in at NJPW Strong tonight because that's my fix for Friday nights. Thanks for watching. You want to know more about me? Know this. I'm a simple man and a lifelong fan of ... wrestling. And very tired, too. Twitter, PlayStation, Instagram, and YouTube. It's nfoster1916. YouTube URL is youtube.com/user/NoFoster210 for all things wrestling. Shout out to my ATW family on Twitter. You want to know what I'm about? It's down in the description below. I keep it simple. Support WrestleJoy, No DQ, Sports and Pro Wrestling, Team All Elite, Pro Wrestling Discussions. Support independent wrestling because that's the heart of this, folks. And as always, I like to close. Support your independent wrestling outlets, both big and small. Let's keep going this incredible, diverse, unique, elite, authentic, unscripted, unrestricted wrestling community together. Simple as that. With that being said, thank you so much for tuning in. Please like, share, subscribe, comment, tell a friend. Hit the bell and know when the video goes live on this channel. Hit the subscribe button, help me grow this channel. And with that, I hope you all take care. Enjoy live. Tomorrow's never guaranteed. Treasure your families. Enjoy wrestling. Find something, someone, some promotion that connects with you. I cannot wait for All Out, too. And yes, there will be a special AW Spark returning to this channel tomorrow night. So until next time, I just hope you all wear a mask, be safe, have a good night. Koki Genyo, sayonara.